as everybody wants to talk about, the trade. Yeah, it's different, and we got to, keep pushing forward. And so it was weird, but understanding the business of basketball happens, and you got to play the games. And so we, as a group, you've seen this group has never complained about, no one's complained about minutes. But just understand this group plays when it's tip off, they come out and they play hard. And unfortunately, sometimes we do lose, but this group never complains about it. We keep pushing forward. We keep learning about ourselves. And hopefully at some point we could be healthy and see what happens.
When you have this sort of a situation, is there kind of a galvanizing effect when there's protests outside the arena and all that kind of stuff? You guys in the locker rooms, what do you got?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're not outside, so the only way we know about the protests is from you guys. So that's the way the game is played. We play the game inside. We're not playing the protests. We're not outside playing. The protest has nothing to do with the game. So those that protested have a right to do that and understand where that's coming from. But the game is about basketball, and that group played at a high level against a very talented team in Houston. They're playing as well too. So big win for the Mavs. No matter what's happening outside the arena, the game is being played inside. So unless you guys telling us it's a protest, then it's a protest.
AD said yesterday, Jason, that he wants to bring life to this city. How did you see that early on, and specifically the I'm here moment? What was that like?
Yeah, I think that was pretty special. When you saw what he did right off the bat on the floor, and then the moment of where he embraced the fans, and the fans embraced him, and that's special. And that's just, we have the best fans in the league, and for that moment to happen, for the announcement of when AD was announced, the moment of the cheer was as loud as it could be, and that just shows the support that he has and the welcome that he has come to Dallas. And as he said, he wants to help us win a championship, and that's what he's here to do.
We got some big baskets out of Naji Marshall.
Yeah, he's been in this position for us all season, playing the four, playing against the centers. And so I thought he came up with some big shots and some big plays for us on both ends, and that's just who he is. He competes. He's not scared of the moment. So I thought he was very big for us when things were going the other way.
Steve had a role in L.A. primarily due to defense and kind of carved out a reputation as a defender. How would you describe his offensive game? And
Yeah, I thought.
Tell us the way AD was set the tone today, and how's he doing right now?
Yeah, he was great. The way AD came out, I thought the group, the energy and effort was at a high. 18 block shots. I thought the defense set the tone there, and then also to be tested there in that third quarter, they went on a 19-4 run with a new group. Everybody stayed together, got the stops, and then we got back to our pace a little bit there in that third. And then, unfortunately, with the injuries, we lost some guys there. But again, we've been there before, next man up. And I thought Marshall, Christie, everyone who participated there in that third and fourth was good.
How's AD doing now?
I guess all right. We'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Saw a little bit of versatility from AD. Just he was able to do a lot of different things. I guess, what were you most impressed by?
He was AD. It's not that. It's very simple. It's not complex. It's like groceries. You know what you get.
Coach Keith.
Right, Tim?
Looks like the bag spilled in the third quarter.
But we can clean up. We're here to clean up the mess. It's all right. Or four.
What do you think about Max's play tonight?
Maxie was great. He's been great since we've gotten him. Understanding putting him in different roles. He was playing well before the trade for the Lakers, and so I think he has just carried over for a 21-year-old to have the maturity and the ability to step into a new situation. It just shows his character and who he is.
Coach Kidd, when you do have champions like Kyrie, like AD and Clay on the roster, can the chemistry come a little bit faster because they have been to the point where the team's trying to get to this season?
Yeah. Chemistry or the flow can come a little bit faster. Chemistry sometimes takes time, but the flow, because they know how to play, their basketball IQ, they know how to play off of each other. I think when you look at AD, he's pretty much has played off of someone in his career. And then also Kai, the same thing. So for those two, they understand how to play off of someone. And so you could see the flow in that first half was at a high.
First home game for you without Luka. What was today like for you? Was it just
Berkeley, did you engage in any protests?
Once in a while.
Jason,
How were they?
They were great. I just joined. I didn't know what they were protesting, but I was all about it if there wasn't, didn't have to go to class. Not promoting not to go to class, because people will take that the wrong way too. See, this is a sensitive time, so I have to be careful what I say. I went to class, but it was cool to see some of the protests.
Jason,
Only 5 turnovers tonight. How you feel about that?
That's great. We need that. Especially if you're going to play fast and you can take care of the ball. That's a big thing. That's actually a compliment to the group. If we want to play faster, take care of the ball, and to have that that type of number for turnovers, that means the group can take care of the ball and understands the importance of when we get the stop to be able to play with pace and take care of the ball and get a good shot.
Jason, you talked about how it was weird to be playing at home without Luka today. Given everything that's happened the last 7 days, is there a sense of relief to get this first home game post Luka out of the way?
Yeah, I think is it relief? It's just part of the business. I've been in this business for a long time. I've been part of trades. Stuff happens, and you're judged on when you push forward or you move forward. Yeah, you can stay stagnant. We can all think about Luka. He did everything he was supposed to do for the city, for the team, but with us, and so it's kind of cool to see.
What is it about that double big lineup that just changes or unlocks things for you guys defensively?
Yeah, I think you saw that tonight with some of the guys that normally will drive the ball. They stayed on the perimeter and shot threes and trying to contest, and those were all pretty much contested threes. When you have someone like AD, he just changes the game because his ability to weak side block or on ball block, and you saw that in the post against Segun. He had some blocks. Even when I thought he was beat, he recovered and came up with some big blocks. But just to be able to have Gaff and AD down there just protects the paint at a high level, and it puts a lot of pressure on the perimeter to do their part, and that's to make sure the ball finds inside the 3-point line and finds it in the paint, so those two can take care of business.
Saw Houston make an adjustment in the second half and go with their double big on it. You see that, foresee that being a common kind of adjustment that teams will go to when they.
Yeah, I thought they went big to try to get Segun the ball. So Adams was a playmaker. We'll live with Adams shooting the ball. So that they went to their two bigs to see if that was going to have an effect. And so we'll live with that, and we'll take advantage of it on the other side.
Was today an illustration of how much quicker things can come together defensively and offensively for a team?
Yeah, I think our offense was coming from the defense, the block shots, the steals, the rebounding, being able to play with pace, the throw-aheads. I think that's something that we have talked about, and now we're starting to do at a high level. I think we mentioned it before. If we can play, get the ball over with 21, we're top 3 in the league, and so that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and you can't load up on Kai, you can't load up on AD when you're playing that fast.
What does that say about this team? He had 65 points at the halftime, and Kyrie only had 2.
Kai was just being patient. He understood the moment, and that's what Kai is his basketball IQ. Also, he's been in this situation before, and so Kai understands when it's time to go. And I thought he did a great job in that first half of letting others play, and luckily that was the case because we needed him for every minute there in that second half, especially with AD out.
Disappointed he was to not be able to finish the game.
I mean, I'm sure he was. His first game, he was going crazy out there. I know he wanted to finish the game, but, it's a bigger picture and still a long season ahead, so we're going to need him down the stretch. So, just take his time, come back next game, do his thing again.
Is there anything you didn't know that you found out by playing with him for the first time?
No, not really. I played against AD a lot, playing in the West my whole career, so it's a big animal, man. You know what I'm saying? Physical, tall as hell, offensive rebounder, shot blocker, and I knew all of it. So just to be able to play alongside him is pretty cool.
Vision on the outlets.
Yep, court vision. You know, he's a great player. So shout out AD, man. I'm looking forward to it.
How does your offensive schemes change when you go from a Luka to an AD?
Guess they're just ball dominant in two different places. You know, Luka plays kind of behind the arc. You know, AD kind of plays on the block, mid range. So it's the same. You know, people try to load up on him, and just being ready to hit open shots, drive and attack, and make a play.
Describe what you got out of Max. The moment doesn't seem too big for him.
It's nice. It's tough. Hit shots, guard, get to the rack. It's a tough physical guard. I love playing alongside him so far these 3 games, and he showed out. And hopefully he keep this up and just keep guarding, being that extra guy out there, that extra body, you know, to hit shots and do what the team needs to win.
Naji, obviously you guys are trying to move forward and focus on your squad. Weird to see Luka in the
Ball player again, so just sticking with it, playing hard.
No impressions of AD in his first game before he got hurt.
Yeah, a monster. I knew this from the jump. Just a matter of time waiting for him to suit up. And as you can see, it's fun out there. Still miss Luka, but I'm looking forward to it and ready to win some games.
How do you change the dynamic of the team's defense?
Oh, man, he makes it so much easier. I think we could press up into the ball a little bit more, take away the three, a little bit more threes, and, you know, more rebounds as well so we can get out on the break and start the break. So it's a tremendous difference, but, you know, that's what he's here for, and it looked good tonight.
And more block shots also. You guys set a franchise record with 18 blocks today. Just tell us how you're able to clog up the middle.
Man, AD, man. Shout out AD. I think it was a team defensive effort, though, tonight. Shout out Gaff. I know he had 6 of them things. So it was a team defensive effort. And, you know, we got a lot of guys who can guard, switch, big guys who can defend at the rim. So shout out to them.
Naji, there has been, backlash with this trade. I was curious before this home game, did anybody in the locker room give a speech or say anything, just advice-wise?
No. This is what we signed up for. It just what happens, being in the NBA sometimes, regardless of how you feel about it, you still gotta go out there and perform, and we all know that. So there was no speech needed. Just go out there and do our job.
Naji, obviously AD is having such a great start to his Dallas debut.
Yep.
Late third quarter, he goes down. Lakers uniform Monday night.
Most definitely. And most definitely will be weird to play against him. I even wasn't here with them that long, but still, it's kind of, since I've been in the NBA, Luka's been a maverick. The things he's done for this organization, the way that people love him out here. So it's definitely going to be weird, but I also look forward to seeing it too.
Naji, you've experienced probably the most change with this roster since joining the Mavericks. How have you stayed so consistent?
Like I said, it's just my job. I got to go out there and perform regardless of who's on the team. And like we all said, we all miss Luka, but it's on to the next. We played the Rockets tonight, and we had to win that game, so that's just what it is.
Yourself underrated?
Nah, I don't even pay attention to stuff like that. Just do my job. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day. It's 5 o'clock, man. Y'all should have a lot to do.
Take me through kind of the emotion of the day and then what happened there at the end.
Obviously, it's an emotional day, first game.